Today's workout begins with the pistol squat. For the pistol, we are standing on one leg and squatting. So we'll stand on one leg, extend our free leg out, we want to point the toes up. From there we reach our arms forward and we pull down into a nice squat, drive right back up through the foot. We want to make sure our knee stays in line with our toes and our heel stays on the ground. We're alternating reps today. An easier version for a lot of us, we're going to need it, is to use a stool or a chair. With the stool or chair, we perform the same action. We pull down into that single leg squat, extending that leg. We want to touch the surface of that stool or chair lightly and drive back up. Find a height that is challenging for you, but still allows you to stand back up. And like I said, ideally just touching lightly. Our second movement today is the forearm plank. For the forearm plank, we're in a plank on our elbows with our forearms down. You can have your hands flat, your fingers splayed apart, or make fists, whatever you want. Keep your elbows under your armpits, that's the critical piece. And work on your hollow body position, sucking your stomach in, tucking your pelvis under you. Keep that nice straight line position, don't collapse. All right, our third movement today is the pull-up. For the pull-up, we'll need a pull-up bar. We can use an overhand grip or palms facing each other. We get a nice strong hang at the start. Take your feet off the floor. Initiate the movement by leaning back and driving the elbows into the side, shoulders down and back, all the way back down to the hang. If you don't have pull-ups, if you're developing your pull-ups, use a stool or a chair to stand up on. We're going to stand up and get all the way up to the top of the pull-up. Hold the top of that pull-up, develop strength there, and go down slow, developing strength through the full range of motion. Even though you're just going down through the lowering phase, you're going to develop strength to be able to pull up. To make the pull-up harder, if you're more advanced, put a dumbbell between your thighs, put a backpack over your back, load that backpack, and make the movement harder. An alternative for the pull-up today, we're going to do a single arm bent over row. So get your feet spread fairly wide apart into a squat stance, push your hips back into a modified squat, your hips are high. We put our elbow on our knee for support, our non-working arm. The elbow's on the knee, the back is flat. That's always important that the back is flat. We're hinged over, our working arm is long, and we're rowing, shoulder down and back, elbow in. We're doing reps on one side and then the other side. Again, the legs are wide apart, allowing for that movement of the row, that arm to row. You can use any item if you don't have a dumbbell, use a kettlebell, use a bag, etc. Same position. Our fourth movement today is the tuck hang. Assuming you have a bar, you'll hang from that bar and with straight arms, strong grip, pull the knees up to the chest and hold. Ideally, you want to have the hips tucked under, the knees up to the chest as much as possible, that compression. If you don't have a bar today, we're going to do a lying version. The ideal version here is mimicking what we have on the bar there. We have our hips off the floor here. So on the floor, we can get a perfect position where our hips are off the ground, our shoulder blades are off the ground, our arms are lengthened as if we're holding on to a bar. If this is too difficult, take your arms down by your sides, still have those shoulder blades off the ground, still have your hips off the ground, your tailbone off the ground, sucking your core in. Have a great workout.